Awesome. Awesome. Good. So now, good. So like I was saying, everything you're going to be learning in this meeting today is things that you need, not just for this business, but for life, because I'm going to ask some questions and I'm going to make it as practical as possible. All right, good. So it is the act of persuasion. All right, this is courtesy of Ambassador Dr. Obianefo Isimai. Okay, he was the one who actually did this training, and I had access to it, and I thought it was necessary and important for me to reach out to my family members as well, so that they themselves can also be beneficiaries of this too. And I'm super excited that many of you are here to also get value for it. Okay, so it is the art of persuasion. So we're going to begin by asking, or by talking about what what persuasion really means. But before I go ahead, I want to be sure that you are ready and you're set for us to go, because I'm going to do my best to try and run. Remember, we started quite late, so we have to leave this meeting by 9 o'clock. I do not have intention of keeping you till after 9 o'clock, but we'll have to try our best, okay? So I want you to go to the chat box and type, I am ready, if you know you're ready. Okay, go and type, I am ready, if you know you are ready. All right, beautiful, I'm getting it. Why is it that if I ask you to type something, there are only very few persons who are responding? Are we quarreling me? Type now, let us see your face. Let us see that you are ready. Don't be doing as if we are quarreling. We are not quarreling, my dear. All right. I'm not beginning to get the responses. Okay. I feel like my face is not showing so well, so I'm going to use my phone as a means, yeah, so that we can be able to see my face very well too while we are doing all of this. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Sorry about that. Okay, just want to use my phone so that we can get to see my face very well while we're talking. All right, I really want to communicate. So you can get my expressions. Okay, so is that okay now? Can you see my face very well? Can you see my face very, very well? Don't know if you can even see my face. Let me use my other phone. Okay. All right, great. Okay, you can. All right, great. So it's art of persuasion. Okay, art of persuasion. Okay, so good. So what is persuasion? What does it mean? What does it mean to persuade somebody? Now, it said this is the process by which a person's attitudes or behavior are, without duress, influenced by communication from other people. You understand? Someone's action, someone takes an action without duress, but it is based on the way you have communicated with the people, based on the way you have communicated with the person. Now, over time, while in this business, we have successfully been able to build a level of rapport, a level of respect, a level of trust from people we do not know before. So many of you here, we have never encountered you before, we have never met. But over time, there is this rapport that has been created. There is this trust you now have. Okay, you believe that, okay, since Mr. Demia is my leader, and he will be able to, at least, you trust that he will be able to help you and carry you through the process of becoming successful as far as this business is concerned. And you are willing to do whatever he asks you to do. It could be any of your leaders, it could be anybody, it could be Ambassador Ronke, it could be Ambassador Mike. Now, why is that? It is because of what? There has been a communication, speaking directly to you or indirectly. You have joined meeting, okay, you feel like, oh my God, do I like the way this person is talking, and then he speaks, the way he's talking, the way Ambassador Ronke speaks, she speaks with so much vigor, so much energy, and from within. And I feel like she can actually help me to become successful as far as this business is concerned. Guess what? You now begin to do things without duress. Like, your mind is free. There is that burden in your heart has been lifted. The doubts you had before have been lifted. And guess what happens? You now begin to do things just easily and freely. Okay, good. So that's what position is all about. Now, the goal. You want to guide people towards making the right decision for themselves. Now, this particular one is not just this business. Mind you, anything that you do, if for those of you who are in various businesses, anything that you do, as much as, listen to me, you must first of all get them to a point of making decisions where they can be beneficiaries of that which you sell before you can be paid. So the least thing in your mind is money. Why is it that people fail? People fail in life because their focus is on the money. And guess what? Because their focus is on the money, they are looking at how they want to get this 1,000 naira profit or 3,000 naira profit. And once they get 3,000 naira profit, their goal is not to get 4,000 naira profit. And so they are insatiable. First of all, man by nature is insatiable. But then by the time you now begin to aggravate that situation, trust me, setback becomes your lot. So the first thing is what you want to guide people towards making the right decisions for themselves. That is the first thing you must do. Architect Stanley is here. Architect, you are an architect. Why do you think I should let you? You should be you. Okay, why is it that I'll have to go through the process of building a house, building the structure and all of that? Because there are people who just do that. They don't have people build houses and they don't have architectural structures, the plan and all of that. So why do I have to go through the plan and all of that? He has to convince me and make me understand that if you do this, this is the reason why this is the benefit. This is the benefit, this is the benefit. And trust me, I am now doing it for myself. I told you guys about the house. For the house, when I started building the house, for 4 months, I never went to the place. I never stepped into the place when it was being built. I never stepped my feet into the place into the place where they were building the house. But guess what happened? Now, because I already knew what the plan is, so what they were doing, they were sending me a picture. When they sent me a picture, I already confirmed. They sent me a picture, I just confirmed I tried to confirm it with what I already made, with the plan that had been given to me already by the architect. Now, why am I saying this? Because the architect at the time who helped me has already helped. See, he already did it it was for myself, because during that period of time where I couldn't get there, when I was distracted by every other thing, guess what? I had time to do other things. For me, I had paid the money, and then it was just moving. It was just going at any level there. I think it would snap and all of that, and that was it at the time. So the goal is to first of all guide people towards making the right decision for themselves. People who need our business, get people who need our business to make a buying decision. Now we are bringing it down to our business now. Don't always convince them. What we tell you, listen to me. When we tell you don't convince in this business, it's not because we want to do presentation. No, it is because we do not convince. We take it to a point whereby you make a decision. How is it that you are running the presentation for somebody who says, let me just come and see what they have? Listen, somebody leaves his house to your place of presentation. Let me come and see what they have. And then they come and tell you what they have, and then they come and see what they have, and before they leave, they make payments. How do you see that? Because we have taken you through a process of discovering your business as well as yourself and relating it to your present situation. That is why you make that decision. You invite somebody, come and do business launch, they are coming to come and support you, come and do business launch. And then after the point where we have successfully introduced you and you have spoken all of that, and then we'll make reference to you and all of that, but towards the end, we'll now tell them that they are, as much as they are supporting you, they are also making decisions for themselves again. And then the mindset is no longer, many of you who signed up because your friend invited you for their business launch. Is it about your friend now? I need your responses. Those of you who joined this business because you came for your friend's business launch, is it now about your friends? Respond to me, please. Is it now about your friends, or is about you, about what you can earn right now? For those of you who joined from business launch, you entered on our Saturday meetings, one of the Saturday meetings, you joined by 10 a.m. and then because your friend was doing business launch and you saw it, you liked it, and then you started benefiting. How many of you are here? Is it now about your friend? Right now, at this level where you are now, is it now about your friend? Is it about you supporting your friend right now? Or is it about you, how you can succeed and how the business can work for you? I need responses, please. Are there people in this meeting? I'm not getting responses. Beautiful. It's not about you, right? That is it. So guess what? Your friend used the tool, use the system. Please come and support my business. Listen, please come and support my business. And then what happened? You came and supported. Yes, at least you wanted to come and be with your friend. Right? You wanted to come and be with your friend. It's more or less like, for instance, when you have, let's assume you are doing your birthday or you are doing any celebration, and then people come for you. People come for you. Do you know that you who is coming there, you who is coming for that celebration, you are coming to the celebration because I want to come and be with my friend. I want to come and celebrate. I want to come and participate with them. But do you know that in the long run, it is actually for yourself? Are you aware of that? Are you aware that in the long run, I mean, somebody has to come for all the way from distance and all of that, sacrificing, planned, but you actually do whatever it is for your own celebration, whatever the celebration is, whether it is burial, whether it is wedding, whether it is birthday, whatever celebration it is, and the person comes. Do you know that the person is no longer doing it for himself? It's not just for you alone. No. Do you know that the person has successfully, because tomorrow, whenever the person is also celebrating, guess what? You owe it to the person to reciprocate it. So when you are inviting people for this business lunch and all of that, you are telling them, come and support me. But in the long run, it changes. So they now make a decision. They call it making a buying decision, because they have now seen that it is beneficial to them. Okay? The goal is to help people solve their pain temporarily or permanently. Temporarily or permanently. I'm trying to open your minds so that many of you do not yet understand how this business works. And that is why whenever you are faced with one rejection, immediately is not working. No. There's somebody who have refused to be part of this because by the time she joined, she said something. She said, how can she go and start showing people of her caliber or the caliber of people in her contact business? And I immediately understood that this woman does not understand this. And I told her, are you aware that I had to respond? I responded. I said, are you aware that the people who are doing this business are not beggars? I mean, all of you here, you are not beggars. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that every one of you here are destined to be successful? Are you aware that you, apart from the fact that you are destined to be successful, that you are great men and women? And then somebody is now feeling like everybody, because by that statement, she's now feeling that every one of us in this business, from Ambassador Mike to the last person in this business, every one of us in this business, we are what, that we are not what it. I mean, the caliber of people she's talking about. So I understood that she does not understand. So we have to take them through a process of education and understanding. Now, the truth is that everyone can benefit from our business, everyone, but not everyone will do our business. And so while I was doing one of my prospecting, and then there's somebody who I showed the business then in 2021. And when I showed him the business in 2021, I didn't know that the guy had already been part of the M Global already. He was one of the teams. And then he didn't attend a presentation. So somehow, we just keep quiet, we continue prospecting and all of that. And then, so when I was going back to the people who have shown the business before, I sent him a message and I said, "Guy, Alpha, his name is Abdulkadir Abubakar. Abdulkadir, what's happening now? I'm sorry, Shuaibu. What's happening now? Why have you not even registered in my business?" He now didn't. I said, "What is the problem?" He now said that he will be shocked. That I will be shocked if he tells me that he has joined the business. In fact, that I should not even be surprised that he joined the business before me. I said, "Really?" And then he now said that he joined the business in 2018. I said, "Wow, you actually joined the business before me." And then while we were talking, he made a statement. He said that network marketing, he has come to realize that in network marketing, not everybody will make money. And then he spoke for about 15 minutes. I didn't even utter a word. I was speaking, I was just writing in this thing, writing, all of that. And then by the time he was done, after educating him, he had to that statement, he withdrew that statement. For him to have said that not everybody will make money in network marketing. What I expected him to say that yes, it will, for some persons it will take 6 months, it will take 12 months, for some it will take 13 months, for some it will take 2 years, for some it will take 3 years. Now, this number of years is not that you will not be making money. Like to attain that point whereby you can begin to make your 1 million, 3 million, 5 million, and all of that. Do you understand? So it's not as if you will not make money. It's not that you will not make money. So for him, he did not see that, okay, while he was in the number of years, and I asked him, okay, for this number of years, how did you do your business? He said from 2018, he didn't really do the business until Ambassador Mike, because Ambassador Mike adopted another team under Alliance Mission to mentor them. They actually approached him, they paid him heavily for mentorship and all of that. That is, they call it Life Beyond Limits or so. So that team, for them to have come now, they were in existence before La Buena Vida. But La Buena Vida had come and overtaken all of them. Are you following what I'm saying? La Buena Vida had come and overtaken all of them. So they now saw, okay, now what is this person doing? Let us reach out to him for him to mentor. So for a number of years until, so it was in 2019. No, sorry, in 2020, that was when Ambassador Mike adopted them. So they have been in business before 2016. So which means for the people who were there, they were making money, but they were not making so much, including their leader, until their leader had to come and meet Ambassador Mike, who now understands the system and understands the business because of the success he have achieved in La Buena Vida. Guess what? So which means they practically started their business within 2020. So the question is not how long we have been there. So time in our business is not measured by the number of years, but it's measured by the number of times you actually do the activity. And I broke down to us a few weeks ago and I said something. I said, if, for instance, you are supposed to listen, your goal is to do the business, you want to do the business as a part-timer, right? 7 hours in a week. Listen, 7 hours. Please, can somebody bring out their calculator? Let us do this again. Let me remind you. Let me remind you again. Can somebody bring out their calculator? Because that's why I said I wanted us to do this training, because I know it is going to take a lot of time. We're going to be shifting and analyzing a lot of things. Okay. Now, as I'm saying it also, I wanted to relate this to that particular business you are doing too. Because that particular business you're also doing, I mean, if you are doing another business as well, and then this is also something you're doing part-time, you should understand why people are not buying from you, why it feels like that business is not thriving, why you can be in business for 15 years and yet it feels like you're not succeeding, why you can be in business for as long as possible and then it feels like nothing's happening. Yes, you are making money, but then there was a mindset you had that in 5 years in this business, I should start making at least 501 million naira. But it's not forthcoming. Why? It is because of these things I want to tell you right now. So let's calculate. Architect Stanley, are you ready? I know you're always very, very active when it comes to calculating for me. Good. Now, once I calculate, now you decide you want to do this business part-time. To do the business part-time is that you are going to do it at least, let's assume a minimum of 7 hours in a week. Listen, 7 hours in a week, right? Let's keep that first of all, 7 hours in 1 week. Now, we are made to understand that in 1 day, listen, in 1 day, we have 24 hours. And in 1 year, we have 365 days. Can somebody calculate right now? Actually, Stanley, please do that for me. Can you calculate 365 days times 24? 365 days times 24. 365, anybody can do that too. 365 days times 24. I'm waiting. 365 days times 24. 8,760 hours. So what it means is that in 1 year, listen, in 1 year, we have about 8,000, listen, we have about 8,760 hours for 1 year. For 1 year, we have about 8,760 hours. Right? Good. Now, 760 hours divided, sorry, 8,760 hours divided, or let me see, by 7 hours. Is it by 7 hours? No, not by 7 hours. I've forgotten this math I did before. By Sorry, I forgot this math I did before. I know I didn't write it down somewhere, but I know that 8,760 divided by 7. Hold on, please, hold on. Okay, so then 365 days times 7 also. So 365 days times 7 is about 2,555 days. All right. So sorry, 2,555 hours. So which means that in a space of 1 year, you did the business for 2,555 hours. Okay. Now 2,555 hours divided by 12. No, not by 12, sorry. I'll tell you where I'm driving to, okay? And I want to just follow me, just be patient with me, please. Divided by 52. No, 52. Divided by 7 days. 7. Hours. $8,760 minus 2. Okay, great. So 255 hours divided by 24 hours actually. Divided by 24 hours is 106 days. So 106 days, right? Now, 106 days, 365 divided by. Okay, great. Now, 365 days minus 12 months is 30 or 30 point. That is 30, 31, Abi? Great. Now, 106 days divided by 12 is 106 days divided by 12 is, which means every month, listen, which means in 1 month, you are only doing this business for 8 days. Which means in this business, for those of you who are doing it part-time, every month, categorically speaking, you are doing it for what says every month you are doing it for 8 days. Now, what it means is that for somebody who is supposed to be a business owner, for somebody who is supposed to be in business, you're supposed to be in business, and for 1 full month, because of the number of hours you are doing the business, you are only doing it for what? For 8 days in 1 month. In 1 month. So the question is, how is it possible? Because that is calculated that by 1 year. So for the next 8 months, in 1 month, 8 days, month 2, 8 days, month 3, 8 days. So that is the calculation, overall calculation of the number of days, and because of the number of hours you put, that's the number of days you put into the business. Now, have you now seen that Though you will benefit, but you cannot compare the income you are going to make with somebody who is actually putting more time and energy in the business. And this goes around for every other kind of business as well. You only do it when somebody calls you, hey, sister, please, like us, you are a seamstress, a designer or something, and somebody calls you, please come and can you help me to do this? That is only when you know you can be able to do it, or you have something to wear, you want to go for something, you want to sew for yourself, you want to sew for your siblings, and all of that, when you know you can be able. Let's assume I'm talking about designing, for instance. What happens to you making extra effort of going out every day? You are making something, whether or not there's anybody who has purchased, whether or not you are going to wear it, but you're going to do it over time. You're not able to have a show glass to be able to get people to see it. So everyone can benefit in this business, but not everyone will also do this business. So just as in that particular business you are doing right now, you can benefit from it. Listen to me, you can benefit from it, but then listen to me. As much as you think you are doing it, you are not actually doing it because it will take you so much time. And for so long, what will happen is what? You begin to give up on it. I'm actually spending so much on that. People cannot perform more than the level of their beliefs. Now, this is another level also. You see that particular thing that you want to do, what is your belief about it? As far as this business is concerned, what is your belief? What belief do you have in this business? And that is why it is necessary for you to go through the processes, step-by-step processes, to ensure that you succeed as far as this business is concerned. You see, your belief is the only thing that will limit you. It doesn't matter how smart you are. Some persons can be so eloquent, some persons can be very, 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 very good. And most of the times, when you question, listen to me, when you question everything, most of the times, it's just like, for instance, why are you a Christian? Why do you believe in why do you believe in your religion? Why do you have so much faith in your religion? Now, let's say, for instance, now in the Islamic religion, for instance, we have some persons who believe that by the time they kill people, they probably would what? They will probably they are going that Allah will actually accept them into heaven and all of that. There are some persons who do not believe in that. Okay, and of course, those who do not believe in that actually what? Because they actually see that there's a synergy between their religion and every other religion. Now, for those persons who now believes that by the time they kill people because they have said something ill about religion and all of that, that is when they can actually go to heaven. Listen to me. It's not about, I'm not here to talk about whether or not they believe in it. The question is, at that thing they believe in, why is it that why ordinarily are they not supposed to question the fact that you have to kill somebody, but because it is religion, but because first of all, why do you believe in that particular religion? As a Christian, why do you believe in God? We're just born into it. For those of us who are Christians, for those of us who are Muslim, for those of you who are traditional worshippers, you just woke up, they gave birth to you, and then you were put into this process. And guess what? You have to live by it. Most of the times, no matter how much you study, you cannot even answer the question. They tell you this what they tell you it is a mystery because you cannot demystify it. So the thing is, the only thing that keeps you going is that they tell you that, for instance, they tell you for the church, they say the church has been there for the past 2,000 years, for more than 2,000 years, for over 2,000 years ago. The church has been there, handed over. So in your mind, since it has been there, man, everything they tell us here is truth. In the same way, when there is an organization as this that has been existent for the past 7 years, and then for the past 7 years, what you have been told, you have gone through the data, you have been told that this is the trajectory of success they have achieved in the last 7 years. All you need to do is this. Okay, what can I do? And not begin to question how they were able to. Because if you ask, listen to me, success cannot be built on a faulty foundation. Do you believe that? Do you know that no matter how clever you are, success can never be built on a faulty foundation? So the first thing for you to do is to do what? Is to, okay, yes, there's a trajectory of success in this organization. They have consistently helped people succeed. In fact, there are people who are even reaching out to us right now. These people are successful. And then they tell you, okay, there's a structure and then there's a system and a tool with which they use. Yes, listen, that alone should found your belief. Should form the foundation of your belief system in the business. And I need to say that when you start this business, your belief system is about 10%. But then by the time you now begin to expose yourself to trainings and mentorship and all of that, guess what? It now grows. Then the person, then you now join your belief, that your little belief of 30-40% to now the 60% of the belief of the person who is working through with you by trusting them and trusting the process, and then you become successful. So you can see this to me. If you do not believe in the system, if you do not believe in the fact, this is not 1 year, this is not 2 years, 7 years. 7 years. Why should I trust you? Why should I trust you to be an architect? For instance, let's say architect Stanley is here. He's just he has been in business for more than as an architect for more than 10, 12 years now. And then there's another person who just started 1 year. Why do you think I should take architect? Who do you think I will take? It's not architect Stanley because of his years of experience. Organizations are looking for people to employ, and they will tell you with 5 years experience. And you begin to say, is it not when I have the experience? That is when I'll begin to have, when you experience, that's when I'll begin to have the experience. They don't care about you because it is their business. They cannot see as much as they want to grow. As much as they want to grow, listen to me, at that juncture, at that point in time where they need somebody to employ, they need the service of somebody who has an experience already that will take the company for where it is to the next level. Then it is over time they're not begin to say, okay, let us now begin to bring in people. And that's why they now bring you as a contract staff. To bring in people who will now come and be learning small, and all of that. Learning small, learning small. And for years, you can remain there as a contract staff. I don't know if somebody is following what I'm saying. So the thing is this, see, there is absolutely no way you cannot do anything when your belief, the level of your belief is shallow. You can't achieve anything. If prospects who need our business are not starting the business, listen to me, the problem is not with them. It is with you. It is with you, yes. Because there are people who need this business. If you are doing anything, you are into, you sell tires. If people, and then people need tire, they come to your shop. But then there's always someone they're buying from. You know, see, the average mentality of a Nigerian person, of an African man will tell you that, oh, this person, they use jazz. How is it possible that they sell tire? But then they will come to my shop, ask, finish, they'll come and buy it from this person. The average mentality will make you feel like it happened at the time in Asaba when my auntie was selling food there. My auntie spent so much energy, spent so much every day. She will tell you she want to go and see a woman that will pray for her. That look at this Benin woman here, all of a sudden she will come and they will come up together. They are selling the same food, but this one will finish selling her own. She will be there till 12 a.m. Nobody is in there. This to me, that mentality began to affect her gradually, until she eventually ran out of business. She was no more in business. Because every time she's going, let me go and look for. And then, of course, she will go and pray. And the people, because you already know what she already told them something, they'll begin to tell her the things she wants to hear. And then she will know, guess what? The energy and time to focus on your business, strategizing on what I can do for this business to get better. Okay, it is rice I'm selling. No, she's selling rice. What can I do to make my rice either bigger or to make it more to make it sweeter and all that, so that I can sell more? Guess what? She's spending more time at the time to go and look for who will pray, and then that one Benin woman was actually bewitching her and her business. That's why she's not moving. And over time, she ran out of business. That Benin woman, since then when she started, she's still in business today, and the business is moving. In fact, she's the only one who remained there. Now, am I saying that it's possible? Am I saying that people do not bewitch people? I'm not saying that. But the thing is that you cannot allow yourself to go through the process of learning. You do not understand what it takes to be in business, to understand that, yes, if people are succeeding, instead of thinking and asking yourself, why is it that this person is succeeding and I'm not succeeding? The best thing you should ask yourself is what? See, the best thing to ask yourself is, how can I go about this? What am I not doing rightly? And that is how you begin to succeed. I tell my leaders most of the time, there are sometimes whenever anything goes wrong, I tell them, see, I know this thing went wrong, that I take responsibility for this. I should have done, because I have already analyzed it and I told myself, oh, I should have done it better this way. I should have done it better this way. So I have already analyzed it. I knew that, okay, it should have been this way. We don't convince, we educate. We don't close, we guide. I told you this before. We are not convincing people, we are educating you. We don't close. We don't just want to close you down. We want to guide you towards making a decision. Now, follow me closely. Now, the framework before persuasion. Believe in what? Believe in you. It starts and ends with you. Believe in you, number one. Whatever you believe and feel to be true long enough will become your reality. If you do not believe that this business will work for you, if you don't believe that this business is something that can raise millionaires, if you do not believe that this business can change your life and the life of your family, not just life, but both extended, you can help people live a good life as well, that through you, people will become very successful as well, since it cannot work for you. Okay? Now, believe in God. Now, when there is God, see, listen to me, your life will be structured. When there is God, your life will be disciplined. When there is God, your life, there will be full, you'll be full of faith and it will be organized. But when there is no God, you cannot be structured, there is no discipline, there will be lack of faith, and then you'll be unorganized. You will be unorganized. You know, I thought I was going to tell us something. In the concert which I am doing, what I did was, of course, I'm a Catholic. And at the time, it felt like the concert was meant to be in July. You know why I'm using this concert? Because over time, I told myself this concert, I also want to use it, the experience of this concert, I also want to use it in my business. Because I have learned something on how to be more resilient about getting the particular thing, especially if you want to get in a short period of time. When I started preparing for this concert, the concert was meant for July 23rd. And for some reason, the people who I set up for committee didn't do anything. And what happened? It became very, 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 very devastating. I came and told me, I want to cancel this concert. We're going to move it to next year. We can no longer do it anymore. After all, the country is hard. And somebody said something. He said, Damian, the energy with which you pronounce this concert, because we wanted to get this, we wanted to get this, it's not the same energy you are using to say you want to cancel this concert. Go back and think. God, he touched me. And I went back and I went work. I met my college of choir masters. I told them, look. All of them now encouraged me, say, Damian, let us run this thing. They now said they were going to help me, they're going to join me, they're going to do this one together, we're going to do this one together. I said, okay, no problem, let's start again. I met the priest and we shifted the date. As soon as we shifted the date, I now constituted another committee, brought in the choir masters. As soon as we started, those people who encouraged me to to not cancel this concert, to not cancel this concert, those who encouraged me to not cancel it, that they were going to be behind me, we are nowhere to be found. This is happening just between last month and this month. I'm not saying that it's happened 3 years ago. They were nowhere to be found. And guess what? As I am the general choir master, and I found myself doing the work of the committee, doing the work of the committee chairman, and doing the work of everything. And all of that. So I got 1 or 2 persons as well who I was going to be working with and all of that. And the next thing I told myself, I went into the Bible and I went to the scripture and I read from the book of Matthew 19. It says whatever has been agreed between 2 or 3 people, it has already been agreed in my name. That for me was the answer I was looking for. And I went to church. I counted the number of days from that day till the day of the concert. It was 70 days, and I booked mass for 70 days. And I said, God, this is a done deal. That this concert is going to happen. We need so amount of money. We don't even have the money, but I don't know how it's going to happen. No, it is going to happen. I don't know, but it was going to happen. Now, I'm telling you something about full of faith. And then just 3 days ago, when I was going back, leaving the office, as I just got close to the church, heavy rain, like the kind of rain that cars had to park on the road because they could not see. I'm not talking about Kabu. I'm talking about Benz. Some of them had to park. It's not because they couldn't drive, but they didn't want to take the risk. They just packed, wound up, and then they were just there. And I told myself, I don't know how it is going to happen, but this rain will not drench me. That if this concert is for you, if this concert is meant to hold, that you have actually signed it that it's going to hold, this rain will not drench me. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm not even going to waste time in that taxi. As soon as I get to my place where I will come down, the rain will stop. And guess what? The rain that started to pour, that was pouring just about few seconds before I got down. As soon as I got to my junction where I was going to come down, as soon as I stopped, the rain stopped. As soon as I walked, then I was going for evening mass. As soon as I entered the church, it started with so much. It was more like it was going to pull down the roof of the church. It started heavy again. And I knelt down. So I said, God, I don't know how it's going to happen. It was on Tuesday. I said, this rehearsal is going to happen. People will leave their offices. They will come here. They will not be drenched. And they're going to come here for this concert. Guess what? Immediately after the mass, the rain stopped. And then the concert, the people that came was like the rain did not happen. Now, why am I saying all of these things? Listen to me. When you have God, that's why this business, our first cardinal structure, in our 3 cardinal structure, the first is what? Commit your business to God. Now, somebody said something. He said the problem with men is that it's not like they don't pray to God. But that they pray to God and then they begin to think for God. I'm not here to preach. I don't know why I'm saying this, but trust me, by the time you commit your business to God, you don't have to begin to think for God. Do your own part. Understand also that God is also going to be taking you through the process of structuring your life. 1. Number 2, of making you become a disciplined person. Number 3, of making you become an organized person. When you believe in him, you know why? Because you will not be thinking too much of things that bothers you so much. You have left it already in his hand, and all you said, act well your part, for there the honor lies. My dear friends, you need to understand, when you believe in God, it is definitely what going to work. Please believe in the business. You must understand this business. And you don't understand this business by assuming that you have learned it. No, you understand this business by doing what? By attending trainings, sell meetings, training, any training is available within your beck and call. Please do not take them for granted. Apart from the trainings we do, you know what we also do. We also go to many of our leaders here we go to YouTube to go and look for trainings. Every week they submit KPI. And I can see that many of them are going there to go and do trainings outside what we do here. Don't take it for granted. You must accept that this is the right and only option for you. You did not, I tell people, you see, it was not by accident that you joined this business. How is it that you spend money, you are looking for an opportunity, and then when you go to make that payment, you didn't feel any burden in your heart to make Fortinet and 990, and all of a sudden, you begin to feel like Fortinet and 990 is now a waste for you. And then because there's a delay in getting your products, you are saying that the business does not work, the business is a scam. How is that? Listen to me, when I said believe in God, listen to when I said believe in God, it is good. I said you're going to go through a process of structuring your life. It's a process of work, a process of disciplining your life, of you becoming disciplined. And discipline is one of the most difficult things that human beings do not agree to. People quit because they are repugnant to change. And once you are repugnant to change, it means what? You and discipline what? You are at what? An enmity. So you must accept that this is the right and only option for you. And you must feel the business. Feel the business. Feel it. Become one with it. With whatever it is you do. See, you are thinking about it. I posted something on my status and somebody told me, Damien, are you sure? It's high time you left La Buena Vida. And I was like, it was because it's anonymous. I don't know who that person was. It's not because it's anonymous. I was just waiting. I know few people that sent me message I knew, but this person, I could not even imagine the thought of the way he wrote it down. That maybe he knew or she knew I will know her, I will know him, and then he had to write it somehow, somewhere else. He said this, like whenever you are doing, you have to quit and then go and look for, I should go back to my music. That music is my life. I mean, that decided my life for me. Music is my life, is my talent. I was not praying. I prayed this person would just shut me and tell me, did you see what I wrote for you? And I will ask you, it is now you that wrote it. Oh God. Because there is nothing. I sleep and I wake up and dream this business. At every point in time, if there is anything I am doing, I am thinking about this business. If there's anything I am doing, it is this business. The question is, every day I'm thinking of, for these people who are in this catalyst family, what can I do? God, show me where. And as soon as I pray for myself to show me where, I also pray that God should show you out there. What can I do to see that? Let me lead these people well to their financial destination. Let them know that it was not a mistake. That you led them to attend to join the catalyst family because it is where they are going to meet their success. Every day I put it, and so you cannot just come and begin to tell me that I am not doing. It is not possible. You have to become one with the business. Dream it, eat it, sleep the business. Listen. You have to what? See, your posture. Okay? Your posture. You must have a professional posture. Be a consultant. They say fortune favors the bold. What does it mean to be a consultant? You are a consultant because you are in charge. You are a consultant because you are knowledgeable about the business. You are a consultant because whenever people ask you questions, you are not shivering. You are confident, even if you don't know it. Even if you don't know it, you see, in confidence, you man up and tell them, see, I do not know it, and all of that. On Saturday, during our presentation at 10 a.m., Dr. Marida was handling the presentation, but before she started, she said, when I introduced her and all of that, and then when she was going to start, she now said something. She said, I told my boss that this is my first time, that this is also a learning process for me. That is communicating to people to make them understand that this is the first time I'm going to close down in Zoom. And guess what? Despite the fact that it was her first time, because she has a confidence, communicated her vulnerability, guess what? People remained in the business to the end, in that presentation to the end. So you don't understand. When you are a consultant, you are confident. When you are a consultant, listen to me. See, they said, good things begin to come to you. They said, fortune favors the bold. The way you speak it. Why do you think I should buy something from you? Why should I buy that particular thing? Why do you think I should buy that particular thing from you? Why? Of everybody said, why? It is the way you convince me, the confidence that assumes from your voices, from the way you talk about it, it is the way you do it. That is the way you do it. I did not study music. I didn't study music. But if you see me teaching music, I'm not talking about the practical music now, like the things you do, how you can sing, how you can do voice, how your voice can do this and all of that. And guess what? Because in one way, I speak it so much because it has no longer reflected in, it's no longer reflecting in just saying it, but it's also reflecting in my own voice, in the things, in my exhibition of that attitude. Trust me, people trust me. Whenever I tell them, it doesn't matter whether somebody who have gone to school have told them, and all of that. When I was in Asaba the other way, somebody had to invite me to go and do a voice training for the church. He said, guys, what? How? I know. He said, you sabi sing. Go and tell them. And when I went there, now they had somebody who studied music in their, a professional musician in their front. I am just somebody who God just blessed with one talent. Okay, one sabi to sing, and I could do it. Why? Because of the confidence with which I spoke. And as I spoke it, I replicated it also in practical. My dear friends, depress your ego. Well, as much as you are assuming that confidence and what that boldness, as speaking as a listen, do not speak with so much ego. Don't speak with so much ego. Yes, you have to depress it, understand, and you have to what, come down to the level. You have to be empathetic. Be empathic. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another, know where they are coming from, feel their pain. That is why in this business, why handling objections will tell you to do what? Feel. You use the word FFF rule. Feel, felt, found. There is absolutely no way you will feel when you do not what, when you do not come to their level, when you don't empathize with them. All right, you will feel so, and then there's no way you'll be able to replicate and then carry them along. It doesn't necessarily have to even be you. Subdue your own pain. Subdue your own pain. Don't be afraid to guide them. Everyone is passing through one pain or the other. Everybody is passing through one pain or the other. Now, smell good and look good is important. It smell good and look good. When I was coming this morning, as I just entered the taxi, it was obvious. I don't know whether it was obvious that I just entered the taxi. And then one lady who was at the back was like, she just tapped me, good morning, I like your cologne. I said, thank you. Because as I said, thank you. Me personally, I wouldn't want that kind of this thing to pass. As I said, thank you. And I said, you look good too. Let's be friends. She gave me, I don't collect one contact. The man who was sitting by my side as well, as soon as she entered also, said, good morning, hope you're comfortable. I said, yes. I said, he said, you smell nice. She said, thank you very, very, very much. He was going to stop at the stadium. I collected his number. 2 numbers gone this morning. Prospecting continues. It continues as it hot. We are not wasting time. Look good and smell good. So as much as we have to look good to be able to attract them to us, you also look good for compliments. And when anybody compliments you, if you are the kind of person who feels I cannot talk or not sabi talk, somebody who compliments you, he don't open chapter already. Simple. Collect the compliment, and collect their number. All right. And then there are 5 steps to persuade. 5 steps to do what? To persuade. Now, I want to run as fast as possible. Okay. Sorry, please. Okay, great. Laptop, my phone is falling down from my. Okay, great. So, 5 steps to persuade. Associate pain to the status quo. Associate pain to the status quo. The first step in persuading people to change is to introduce the problem and associate pain as a result of not solving the problem. Okay? Do you understand that? The first step in persuading people to change is to introduce the problem and associate pain as a result of not solving the problem. You persuade through pain. Handle objections before it is asked. Handle objections before it is asked. And this can come from telling stories and all of that. Okay? So put yourself in the prospect's shoes. Now, how can you introduce the problem? In our presentation, we talked about the present situation in the country. And as much as most people don't want to hear it, as much as it is bad news, people feel like when they hear bad news and then they trust me, it is the truth you are telling them. You tell them all of that. And tell them that For instance, Ambassador made us understand that when people ask you, are you not passing through what the heat of the country right now? And we are passing through it, right? Good. It is not even, listen to me, the fact that you are passing through it does not mean that you have to also what? You have to also solve you cannot solve that problem through that same pain. Now you talk about the pain, that is because you want to relate with them. Because more than 90% of people out there are passing through it. And make them understand, make them also see that as much as you are passing through it, you speak with so much. The way I was speaking, I spoke to my choristers. When we started, we want to raise 6 million naira, and people are telling us, in this present economy, in this present situation, it will be difficult. It will be that, it will be this, it will be that, it will be that, blah, blah, blah. Negative response from everybody. Until one person, I had to call the person, I sat the guy down and I told him, this is what I planned. This is my plan, this is my plan. He believed, once he believed in me, he's not the one championing the whole thing. He will now come and see him. How are we going to do this now? See him also. How is everything now? Because I had to sit him down. Guess what? Then by the time I start speaking in front of the choir, everybody keyed into it. Those who were now, of course, many of them person have refused. Some person are waiting to see that whether it is going to work. In this kind of precarious situation, you want to raise 6 million naira. And guess what? We did harvest in the church, and more than 20 million naira was raised in the church. And I told them this money is not for come to my pocket. It is also for the same church to be able to buy musical instruments. So why are you thinking as if people cannot do it? Are you saying that you cannot be at the position of the church, at the level of the church again? Especially because we are standing on, you are in partnership. You are under an organization already that just, and that is what happens as well. Understand that when you are saying, as you are preferring solution to them, it is not, the money is not for you. It's not coming to your pockets. You are not speaking on your own authority. You are speaking on the authority of an organization that has long and have done everything possible to raise people from state of poverty, to help people to become successful, to help the wealthy become wealthier. So you are not speaking from whether you have an experience, whether you have a story to tell. There are people who have to tell their stories, and that will help you to handle objection before it is asked. Okay? Giving people ownership of their decision. Listen, when you give people ownership of their decision or arguments, you make them feel like it's part of their identity to change, leading to more effective persuasion. Listen, persuasion is not about making people to do something, but getting them to want to do it by taking ownership over an idea that you helped cultivate in their minds. That you help cultivate in their mind. Why do you think you need this business? There's somebody who was supposed a lady who was supposed to upgrade her account and complete her payment under one of the leaders here. And I had to do a 3-way call, and I spoke to her. And then she said something. She said, sir, right now, no, she told the leader, you see, even if I have any money now, listen, no, even if I have any money now, I won't be able to upgrade it because any money I have right now will be for my school fees. And I felt this pain. And I told her, let's do a 3-way call with this lady. And we did a 3-way call, and I had to go back and I told the person, now let's say this. You have a present situation that this is one of the things that affects most Nigerians and most people in the world, that they want to solve the present situation without thinking of how to solve the future situation. Because I used to tell us before that when you carry a torchlight to point front so that you will see, you don't need to point it down because automatically the light rays is already giving you view for the ones where you're going to put your leg as you are walking. Headlamp is showing you far. You don't have to be struggling to see how you can see down. But the pointer is front. And I told her, are you aware that if you are doing everything possible to pay this school fees, which is important, that tomorrow, next week, next year, you want to pay another school fees also, you are also going to struggle. What if we devise a means for you to raise the money to pay these school fees? I personally will be involved to see that you succeed. No, not pay school fees, to complete your payments. Once you complete your payments, listen to me. How much is your school fees? You told me your school fees. I said, my goal is that every single year, you will not make less than that your school fees. So you have invested for the future so that the problem of the now automatically has not been solved. But people do not see it from that perspective. And as soon as I told her, this is what we have to do. These are the actions we have to take. These are the things we have to do. Yes, at some point, I feeling like we are pushing her too much and all of that. I said, okay, the objection she brought, I have to find a way to handle it. Let me help you go through the process. And I went through the process. I've asked for some information which is yet to come to me yet. And then let me help you go through this process. Okay, you wanted it to be typed. Let me type it myself. Let me do everything, convert it. You said she cannot print and then she cannot sign all of that. There's no problem. Snap your, thank God I am tech savvy. Snap your listener, I will snap your signature, I will impute it there, everything, and I'll send it to you. And as soon as I did that, as soon as I did that, and I realized that I am doing this thing not because of anything, but to make this person understand that, from the deepest part of my heart. It is not, see, it is one person, one account. So which means whether you upgrade that account, whether you complete that account or not, it will not stop you from making money. But it has left how much I want to make. It has now left, I want to help this person. And my goal is to tell a story. So that at least that process is something that is going to be renowned. And over time, this person should be able to tell a story that, there was a time I joined this business, I didn't have the money, and my leader told me this, told me to do this, told me to do this. Did I give her money? I did not give her money. But guess what? I took her through the process because right now it has become so passionate for me to now help people and help them succeed. At the moment right now, she is taking that action because what? She is taking ownership of an idea that I have helped cultivate in her mind. How to persuade? Consistency. Convincing people to take a course of action is easier when it is consistent with their current identity, rather than trying to convince them to make massive changes. People naturally resist change. So it is natural. So you see, it is discipline for you to change. Do you get? It is discipline for you to change, and change is inevitable. Do you get? There are some that happens naturally that without your efforts, the act of growing from small child to growing, crawling, walking, all of that, it is natural. It is a natural effort. It is natural. But then for you to be able to achieve and attract some level of success as well, you have to make effort. But then when it comes to you, have you noticed that when there is something that comes to you that has to change your life, the first thing in your mind, even if you don't want to speak it out, is what to resist it. Sorry, I'm going to take a lot of time, a little more time, okay? Please. Now, you ask, the most effective way to persuade someone is to simply ask rather than trying to force them to do something. Ask them rather than trying to force them to do something. Now, after presentation, now this is the script, this is the most important one. Where many of you, from tomorrow, we are going to start using this. After presentation, you use the persuasion script. It goes this way. Now, share your quick story, then ask. Okay? You can either share your story or you don't even share your story, but then you can ask them this way. Number one, what part interested you the most? For many of you in this meeting, I'm sure you got that. Every one of you got that question. The day you attended the presentation, is there anybody who is in this meeting here that did not get that question? What interested you the most? What do you like best? Is there anybody here who did not get it? I need your responses. Is there anybody in this meeting who did not get that response? You were in this meeting and then you attended the presentation, and then by the end of the presentation, then nobody asked you what did you like best, apart from those who did instant payment. Even those who did instant payment too, at some point we also asked you. Good. Everybody got it. So what it means is that what? So if you got that kind of question, have you always asked people that question? What part interested you the most? Don't ask them, is it interesting? No. You can also ask what part, because they will not tell you that there's nothing. The question is tilting towards what? Towards affirmative. Wait for their response. Don't be in a haste to always talk. A consultant is a good listener. After they have spoken, then can we hold on to this? Can we hold on this business? Tell them, let us hold on. Now, after they have responded, they say, okay, good. Let us hold on this business. Is it okay I ask you a couple of questions to see if this business is a fit for you, so you don't waste time, okay? As I'm talking right now, screenshot this. As I'm explaining this, screenshot it, because I'm going to move, you are going to need it. Can I ask you a question, a couple of questions, to see if this business is a fit? If you are done, just go and type done in the chat box. To see if this business is a fit for you, so you don't waste time, okay? Ask them that question. Are you done? Fantastic. Awesome. Then after that, then dig in for the pain. The next part is to dig in for the pain. Mr. Jude, do you have anything that disturbs you in life now or keeps making life uncomfortable for you? Please, is there anybody who is not feeling pain? Is not anybody who is not passing through a lot at the moment? Is there anybody? Even see, no matter how ready you are still, Dangote is still passing through a lot. Elon Musk is passing through a lot. Do you know the a lot is passing through? The a lot is passing through right now because he had to even go on right now. When he saw that there's a lot of competition with this social media, he now decided to go and monetize Twitter and change it from Twitter to X. So he now monetized it. So for him, that is his own pain. And he started thinking of, okay, he monetizes it because he monetizes it. People are not swooping. Twitter was flooded before. People are not tweeting in right now. It's now become easier for you. Because for instance, as Nigerians, it will be difficult for you to be able to end on Facebook, except you change your location, all of that. But Twitter has made it available for everybody, and then you earn in dollars. And Nigerians are cashing out $3,000, $5,000, $500 every. So people are swooping into Twitter. Now, why did he do that? He was one of the richest men. Why is he doing that? Guess what? Because at some point in time, what was troubling him, he needed to solve the problem. So everybody is passing through pain. After asking them, wait for the response. When they have responded, they now respond or say, okay, the reason I am asking is that we have solved a lot of pains using this simple business formats. Have we solved a lot of pain? That is why I took the pain to go on YouTube to forward all the stories of people. Like, it's not all of them, but the majority of the stories of people into our page. And because of the new people who have joined, I am going to take that pain again to go and forward all of them again. Take time to learn. Take time to go through these things. When you go through them, you know stories so that you do not have whatever they are passing through may not have happened to you. But you can tell the story of somebody who is in this business, whose story relates to that person, and then you connect to that person. Now, once you have done that, have you screenshotted this one too? Screenshot this one, please. This is the most vital part. After this, the presentation, this training ends at this script. After we're done with the script, we're done with the training, okay? So I will screenshotted this as well. Awesome, great, beautiful. So when you have successfully told your story, either tell your story or tell the stories of those persons who have passed through the same pain where they are, guess what? You now explore the pain. But Jude, what exactly happened? They have told you that, so let it not look like you're just trying to listen to them and then you don't want to provide solution. Try to go deep into what people will see. There's a way you speak to people, they will tell you what they are passing through. You see, all my leaders, Architect Stanley, Reverend Goswill, Dr. Marive, Ms. Ogbeme, Caroline, Ms. Cynthia, all of them, Daniel, all of them, even those who are supposed to be leaders, Mary, Miss Mary, all of them, there is nothing that happened, at least when they started the business, I reached out to them from their deepest, from the part where they were coming from. I connected with them. All. When I mean all. When I mean all. I connected with them. More than 95% of all of them, I knew their houses. Like I know them, the rich house. I didn't know them before it was this business. So interaction happened, and then I had to explore, and I had to go through to, okay, what, and I told them, this business can only solve it. It can, like, see, it can. It can. So it's not like that about whether the business can work. It is not the, what is giving this person what is giving this person the passion to speak, like the way he's speaking like this, that this business will. Come on. As he speaks, when they are talking, don't stop them. Oh, I just speaking. Oh, my dear. Oh, dear. Oh. That is, you are resonating and connecting. Trust me, as you are doing all of these things, you will speak more. Listen to me, you want to explore the pain. You want to know where you can come and be and salvage that situation for them. You want to know where how this business, where you are coming, it's not just to make money, no. We want to tackle that pain. Because because that pain is what you are dwelling so much on the pain most of the times, and it's not helping you to process enough to be able to make so much money. So once we're able to tackle the problem, which is like the root of the problem to a great extent, okay, it will help you. For instance, now, the kind of problem you should be having is the kind of problem Elon Musk has, that there's a competition in social media. It's not like he's not making money anymore. That kind of problem, but not the problem that restricts you and holds you back from making money. God forbid that thing. I hope you have screenshotted this. If you have screenshotted this, say done also. Okay? If you have screenshotted this, we are about to be done now. Have you screenshotted? Are you done? Screenshotting? Are you done screenshotting? Okay, all right. Then, when he is done, Jude, not having enough money for yourself, you pause. How does it make you feel? Not having enough money for yourself, just pause a little bit. How does it make you feel? How do you feel with that? That's another thing again you also want to talk about. Okay? Then you wait for response. After I finish talking, then I feel you. That was exactly how I felt with my pain. But my mentor asked me 3 questions, and I will ask you the same. Now, if you know you are listening to me right now, and then you have been very successful, and you didn't really feel that pain, there is no need lying. Ambassador Ronke will always tell you, say the truth is enough. You are trying to build an organization and try as much as possible to not build it on a faulty foundation. Don't say, if you didn't feel it, don't tell the person I felt. At least all of us know Ambassador Ronke. Ambassador Ronke felt that pain. She was in the point whereby she didn't have money to do what she wanted. See, I feel you. That was how my mentor felt until Ambassador Mike, who mentored her, asked her 3 questions, and I'll ask you the same. Have you screenshotted this? Have you screenshotted this? See, if you follow this, there is no reason. Listen to me. Even those persons who are proven obstinate, making you feel like, they cannot do this business, they cannot do this business. It is because you have not connected with them. Have you screenshotted? Fantastic. Okay. Now he asked me, number 1, do I want to continue with the pain? Even you, and I'm talking to you right now, do you yourself, listening to me right now, do you want to continue with this pain? Number 2, do I want to solve the pain temporarily? Or temporarily, I mean. Do you want to solve it temporarily, or do you want to solve the pain permanently? These 3 questions. So Judah, ask you the same question. Do you want to continue with the pain? Do you want to solve the pain temporarily, or do you want to solve the pain permanently? These 3 questions, ask them questions, and then do what? Wait for their responses. You are giving them the opportunity to take ownership. Remember, you are not convincing them. You are bringing out the thing that is buried inside them already. See, because everybody is passing through a lot. Listen to people that they smile, and smile, they take the cover face. So there's in my choir group in Delta State, the Dalton choir. Somebody died this morning. A young lady died this morning. And then somebody, one of our teammates also said, she said something, one of our teammates who is here, said something. She said that this person, she saw her yesterday. The father did birthday Thanksgiving in church. So she was in church yesterday. A young, vibrant girl. She was in church yesterday, and then she went to sleep. And then this morning, she died. And it is possible that because her dad was celebrating birthday, though she would have been passing through pains, through so much pains. And eventually, nobody knew, and it was covered in laughter. When I went for burial also in June in Delta State, The day they buried somebody, another girl, a young girl, died. This girl, before she died, the Sunday before she was taken to the hospital, she was on the altar reading, singing responsorials and proclaiming the word of God through her talents. And that evening, she was rushed to the hospital and then she didn't make it out of the hospital. People are passing through a lot. And except you actually speak to them in such a manner. And you don't, that's why I tell you, first of all, you have to be a consultant and you have to depress your ego. 2, 3, you have to subdue your pain. As much as you tell them, listen to me, subduing your pain here is like, as much as you are trying to tell them that you are connecting with their pains, don't say it in such a manner that they themselves will begin to what? They will begin to pity you. No. You are always trying to resonate with where they are so that you can actually help to pull them out of that place. Because for you to be at a point where you can be able to speak to them is because you have found light. Now, I hope you have screenshotted, and I hope somebody is learning something. I hope you have screenshotted, and I hope somebody is learning. Have you screenshotted? Please always do it fast so that we can round up, okay? Want to finish this meeting before 9:30. Okay, great. Now, if his response is permanent solution, answer, Jude, I use this business to solve my financial pain permanently. Our concern is to solve as many financial pains as possible without our partners quitting what they are currently doing. Now, without you quitting what you're currently doing. So we try as much as possible to solve your financial pain permanently without you quitting what you're currently doing. Then you have to be consistent. So, Jude, do you think it's bad for you to start solving this financial pain now? Ask. Do you think it is bad for you to start solving it, or we want to wait for next month, you want to wait for next 3 months? Is it possible for us to start from now to start solving it? He will respond. Once he answers in the affirmative, okay, Jude, with this pain you have, which package do you feel you can start with now? Listen to me. At this point, whether the person has the money or he doesn't have the money is no longer a problem. The head, you see, the mind is so powerful. If sincerely speaking, the person does not have the money, the mind will begin to search how he's going. He will tell you, I don't have this money now, but give me till the weekend. I will do something about it. For the next 1 month, the person is thinking of how he wants to solve that problem. He wants to begin to solve the problem. And then he now knows that it is in his own hands. It's not about how much. Because that problem you think, if you think it is money that you want to, if you don't even walk through the process of wanting to get the money rightly, trust me, the problem will come back. Okay? And that is it. Thank you all for being part of this meeting. Thank you all. I want to believe we got value. Did you get value from this meeting? Did you learn anything? Do you think that you now understand deeper what this business is all about? Even while I was speaking, did I connect with you? Do you think I connected with you? And then you now started, while I was talking also, you were trying to connect with it so that you have now found something to hold on to as far as this business is concerned. For that business you also do outside this, have you now found a new way to connect with your customers? I need your responses. Have you now found a new way to connect with your customer, to resonate with their situation? Good. Please ask your questions. Ask your question before I make an announcement, okay? I'm happy you all connected. Ask your question before I make an announcement. Okay. While he's asking this question, on Tuesday, the Wealth Creators team, I'm sure you would have heard about the palliative, the fuel palliative that we are doing. Many of you know about it. Have you heard about the fuel palliative? If you have heard about the fuel palliative, go and type 2. If you have not heard about it, type 1. Okay, Toby Sam, you can ask your question. I will answer it when I see it. Okay. Other persons, if you know you have heard about the fuel palliative, go and type 2. If you have not heard about it, type 1. Okay, good. Majority of you have heard it, right? Fantastic. Now, this is what we want to do. Let me explain that to you. Okay. Why is it that many of you are not responding? It's not fair. Respond, okay? Now, this is it. Okay. So I'm trying to stop sharing the distance.